Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So continuing along our little series on Stryfe here, I wanted to record another video showing another piece of utility, and that is how Stryfe can stop Unstoppable. So I received a comment on the last Stryfe video mentioning this piece of utility, and so I promised that I would post a video to show you guys how this works. So basically, when Stryfe has his temporary charges and the opponent goes unstoppable, you can either hit them or hit into their block, and it will consume 2 charges. It will get rid of the unstoppable, and it will also stun the opponent, put a passive stun on them for 1.2 seconds. And after testing a little bit, I realized with the stun, that gives you enough time to do a double medium and then a full 5-hit combo. So as you see here, I just do a normal 5-hit combo because I was just kind of testing it out. I wasn't really sure about the stun duration and how many hits you can get in. But later on, you'll notice that when I do get rid of the unstoppable and put the passive stun on them, then I realize that you can do a double medium and then a 5-hit combo. So you can get a full 7 hits in there as well. Another thing that the comment mentioned is, and that's actually a very, very good point, is on the special 2, when you put the when you have a shock on the opponent, first of all, and you fire the special 2, that's what you want to do. So you want to fire the special 1, get the shock, and then with each energy attack, it will refresh the shock. So each medium or each heavy attack will refresh the shock. And then you build up to your special 2, and when you fire the special 2, that will increase the potency, I believe, by 80%. And with the Apocalypse synergy, what it does is it also pauses the shock for 4 seconds. And so actually what you want to do is after the special 2 is you want to let the shock tick, because you have an extra 80% potency on the shock. And if you go in right away and refresh the shock, then it goes back to the normal potency, and so you'll get a lot less damage. So I think at some point, I'm not sure if it's here in this Colossus video, or if I've got it in the next video with Unstoppable Colossus in Labyrinth of Legends. But I throw the special 2 and I kind of let the shock tick, and you can see that the damage is like 1700 per tick. And then when I go to refresh the shock, it's only about like 792 or something like that. So just something to look after, and also a little pro tip. So huge shout out for that tip from the last video. I tried it out and really great. So again, you get the shock on, refresh the shock to get to the special 2, fire the special 2, and then just let that shock tick. And then just when it gets close to the end, just refresh it with a medium or heavy attack. So yeah, so as you can see here, Colossus is going down pretty quickly. Even though I haven't fired a special 2, I've only been getting my charges up by parrying and heavying. The reason why I'm staying at a special 3 is because at a special 3, when you fire a heavy, you have a 100% chance to get one of those passive charges. And so I was just doing that, see, fire a heavy attack, and now that he's almost dead, so I fire the special 3. But that's a tactic that I realized is kind of good, because you're guaranteed to keep your persistent charges up, and then you're guaranteed to always have a minimum of 2 charges so that you can nullify that unstoppable. So yeah, 132 hits there on that Colossus. And then I decided to show you another piece of utility that he's got. And for that, I called up 2 duels, one with Electro and the next one is with Magic. And with Stryfe's medium and heavy attacks, so with his pulse attacks, his energy attacks, he does not take any feedback damage or like defensive ability accuracy or something like that. So that means that Stryfe, he can bypass Thorns, he can bypass Reverberation on Killmonger, Korg, Magic's Limbo, and anything like that. And I think in this video I do show you, so I'm throwing heavies and I'm throwing like double mediums, and he's not taking any damage from Electro. But then if I throw some light attacks, then he does take the damage. So I think I did that earlier. And in the next video with Magic, I also do that. So when I'll throw a medium attack to push her over 1 bar of power, she'll proc Limbo, but I won't take any damage. And then later on, I throw light attacks, push her over a bar of power, and she procs Limbo, and then I take the Limbo damage. So again, another great piece of utility that Stryfe has, along with being able to get rid of the Unstoppable and passively stun the opponent. He can also bypass like this feedback damage. The one thing that I haven't tried, maybe some of you out there that are watching have tried it and can post a comment, is whether or not he can bypass Dormammu's degeneration. Like when he has a buff, like for example a dexterity buff, and he goes in to attack Dormammu and the dexterity buff expires with a medium attack, if he then takes degeneration damage. I haven't tested that out yet. So as you can see, she's proc Limbo, take no damage. Again, and then you'll see I'm going to push her over a bar of power by throwing light attacks, and then I am going to take some Limbo damage. So here again, just double medium. Yeah, and when she procs, no Limbo damage. And there, see, I pushed her over with a light attack, and I took the Limbo damage. So that's something that you guys can do when you're fighting your Korgs, when you're fighting your Electros, your Killmongers, or your Magics, or any node that's going to give you damage when you hit into the opponent. With Stryfe, you can bypass that with his medium attacks and with his heavy attacks. So amazing piece of utility there. So again, he's got the damage when he's ramped up. He's got the utility to bypass Unstoppable and passively stun the opponent. He's got the ability to bypass, Thorns and all that. And here I just go into his abilities again, just to show you that says, yeah, reduce the potency of incoming passive effects by 100%. Yeah, passive direct damage by 100%. Yeah. So like I said, I do want to test this with Dormammu to see if that works. If any of you out there have tried that and it does work, then just go ahead and leave a comment, yeah? So for the next fight, I decided to go into Labyrinth of Legends, built Stryfe up, and then take on Unstoppable Colossus. For this fight, I did bring White Magneto and put on the guidance boost so that I could use parries and not worry about Limbo. And yeah, so basically, doing the same tactic here, building up to as many charges as possible, and then when he procs the Unstoppable, then get rid of the Unstoppable. Yeah. Another piece of utility that he also has, he does have a Concussion. So I believe it's on the Special 3. I can't remember exactly. I believe it's if they don't have a shock on them, then they get a concussion, or it could be if they do have a shock on them, he puts a concussion on the opponent. I'd have to go back and look at the abilities. And then another way that you can put a concussion on the opponent is if you finish your 5-hit combo with a light attack instead of a medium attack. So if you finish the combo with a light attack, it will consume one of your temporary charges and put a concussion on the opponent, which is also a great piece of utility. Along with that, his medium and heavy attacks, they bypass evade, so you don't have to worry about people evading with that. All around, just very, very solid kit on Stryfe. So I really can't say enough about this champion. Super happy and lucky that I pulled him. Took a little bit of while to kind of get used to the play style and how to use him, how to ramp him up properly. But now that I've been playing with him for about a week or so, I really have to say that once you get used to him, he's great for a ton of different situations. Yeah. So that's about it, I guess, for this Stryfe showcase. Again, if there's anything that I missed or anything that you think that I should add, Please leave a comment if you'd like to see some other gameplay videos with Stryfe where I take on other opponents. Also leave a comment, let me know. Be more than happy to do that. And same thing with like other champions. If there are other champions that you'd really like to have a showcase on, just go ahead and leave a comment. And if I have the champion, of course, then I'll be more than happy to do a video. So I've 100% all the content in the game, so there's really not much. Of course, when Act 7.2 comes out, then I'll be focusing on that. But other than that, and other than doing the monthly event quest and the side quest, I'm not really doing much aside from AQ and AW. So yeah, so just let me know. And again, so as you see here, so I'm not hitting into him after I threw that special 2, and I'm letting the shock tick, and you see how much it's ticking for? Yeah, and then watch when I refresh, or yeah, okay. So I don't refresh it here, but I'm going to reactivate it with the special 1. I'll reactivate the shock, and then you'll see how much it's ticking for. So I believe before it was ticking for like 1700 or something like that. And then here it's only ticking for like 700 and something. So again, great pro tip. Very happy, for that tip. So when you place the shock on, you throw the special 2, it adds 80% potency, to that shock. And with the Apocalypse synergy, it even pauses the shock for 4 seconds, and you can just kick back, relax, and watch their health pool tick down as you go. So here again, and there's the shock. Yeah, and look how much it's ticking for. And just look at his health going down and down. Yeah, and then just kick back, relax, dex back. And then when it gets towards the end, okay, I messed it up again. I didn't refresh the shock. But when it gets towards the end, you want to try to refresh the shock, just to kind of keep it going. But as a fallback, yeah, you get your special 1, it reapplies the shock, and you're good to go again. So again, that's Unstoppable Colossus down. In how many hits? 162 hits. Gameplay wasn't the best. I took 12 hits. As you saw, I took a lot of damage to the face, which wasn't the best. But yeah, he's down. So yeah, thanks a lot for for joining. And yeah, please like the video if it was helpful for you. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell for notifications. Leave a comment. Share with your alliance mates. Really happy for all this support of my channel, and we're really pushing to get 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 200 and something right now, so it'd be great if you could share and help me get my subscriptions up. That's my next target, is to hit 1,000. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys with this last video takedown of Vision. So you can again, just look at, the play style and how his utility works and all of that. So take care, everybody. Enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.